Peace to the family. Peace to my comrades. And it's always smoke to the Corntail Pro Boxing fan. Rise and shine. It is Sunday, a beautiful day. Day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. What a night of boxing. Family, I'm almost speechless. Did you all see our sister Clarissa Shields, the GWOAT, T-Rex Clarissa Shields? What a night of boxing. What a night of boxing. I'm gonna wait till a few people come in before I start giving our sister her props. But I must admit, I have to bear witness that the women in boxing are changing the game. We had 71% of the tickets sold were bought by women. That is the first time that has ever happened in boxing history. I think the ladies got something to say. Clarissa Shields, the GWOAT. Did you all see the fight? Salute Queen Shaquilla Fields. I am just fooled, man. Y'all don't understand. I almost lost my voice last night watching our queen, Clarissa Shields, put on that. Did you all see Harrison versus Diaz? My God. Man. Family, I think next fight, I think we need to take a trip to Detroit and see Clarissa Shields do her thing. Man. Oh, boy, that was a good card. 3 out of the 4 fights that I saw, amazing. Brothers, we got to get our shit together. Because the ladies are outdoing themselves. What was the lady's name? I think it was Worthington versus Patu. I hope I'm not messing up their names. But man, those two ladies were getting down. I think it was only one fight that didn't excite the crowd, but everything else was amazing. Then, to start it off, they had them do the Black National Anthem. Clarissa told them, I want the Black National Anthem sung before I come out. I'm sorry, y'all. We don't have any men like that doing it at her level. That's standing on business like that. You know what I mean? Damn. Family. Oh, man. We're not going to do any negativity this morning. Because I'm in a great mood. And if you are a lover of the sport of boxing, you know, you should be in a great mood as well. All facts. So, family, what did you all think of the card last night if you saw it? What did you all think of the fight? I tell you, man, I enjoy myself. She truly is the greatest woman of all time, Clarissa Shields. And then to see Tony Harrison come back like that, crazy, right? But I do have a question to some of my brothers who rush to social media to praise Usyk. Where are you all at this morning? Where are you all at, family? I'll address you brothers in a second. But we have a few people in the chat. Where is everybody at? You in the US, you in the UK, you in New York, you're in Florida, you're in Cali. Where is everybody? Or people just gonna sit and watch and not comment or engage? Where is everybody this Sunday morning? Salute. TD Sports Talk, salute. Family, did you see the fight last night? What'd you think about it? I know you probably saw the fight. Man, I almost lost my voice last night. Oh, you were there. That's what I'm talking about, man. I know that energy. Tell me about that energy. How was that energy in the stadium? They're reporting that 71% of the tickets that were bought by women. First time in history at a boxing event. Those type of numbers. Say, I thought the fight was closer than the scorecards were. Yeah, I believe that Clarissa Shields won, without a doubt, but I do believe they were a little closer, especially in those later. I'm going to tell you what got her. Daniels, those first 6 rounds. Listen, family, we all know this. If you want to beat the champ, you got to beat the champ. You can't come in there trying to, you know, download for too long, because then you'll get Lomachenko when he went against Tio. So, listen, family, I know that atmosphere was crazy. I tell everyone, if you've never been to the Midwest at a boxing event, especially like Detroit, family, you don't know what you're missing. You have to go to an event in the Midwest. They have another one in Chicago, I think next weekend. But if you've never been to an event, a boxing event in Detroit or Atlanta, family. Oh, okay. The Xander fight. Got you. It's all good. It's all good. Well, I'm glad you had a good time there. You know, I'm glad combat sports is looking the way it's looking. It looks like we got some hope. It was looking real shaky last year. Oh, yeah, then you already know. Detroit for a Pistons game in 2018, Michigan game. Yep. I'm going to tell y'all what's really going to be crazy. Man, when Shadur comes out, boy, Ohio's going to be crazy. I got to go up there anyway. Got to go up there anyway. I know that first game is going to be crazy. Shoot, I got a few places. Need to hit Colorado to see Prime. I need to hit Ohio to see Shadur. I need to hit Detroit to see the GWOAT. Look at this fool. It's Niger, not AR. But you know, anytime we feeling good, we gotta have trolls. Try to disturb the peace, disturb the vibes. Salute. Joseph Townsend, I know you saw the fight. I know you saw the fight last night. Tell me you saw the fight, family. And what'd you think of it? Cause family, I am speechless. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Talk that talk. Abdullah Mason said Abdullah Mason is going to fight early next year after he wins the title and makes his first defense in Cleveland. Family, if you can get to Cleveland to see Abdullah Mason and his first title defense, you need to get there. It's going to be crazy. Anybody that used to watch or have seen the Ali movies, the old Malcolm X movies, and you want to know what that energy was like, go to a Midwest boxing event. There's nothing like it. Nothing like it. Matter of fact, I was down here in Atlanta when Tank fought, and man, listen, y'all, I didn't even know it could get like that down in the South, and that was nobody on that card was from the South. Clarissa was a little right hand happy. She was just swinging, but old girl was tough. Clarissa hit her with some nasty body shots and didn't fold. Listen, man, she was real tough. She was real tough. You know what I want Clarissa to do though, y'all? First of all, also shout out to all the black folks that showed up and sold out. Family, did they or did they not? The Black American boxing fan base, did they or did they not show out? Not only was there 11,000 from Flint and Detroit, there were 5,000 from all over the nation, and 71% of the tickets sold were ladies. So I'm thinking, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, family. I'm thinking about opening up a gym for women's boxing, because it's looking like the tide is about to change. I mean, even though the women fights, not just Clarissa Shields and Daniels, the other fight with was it Worthington and what's the other sister's name? One of them is Clarissa Shields' fighter, that's Worthington, and the other one, I think her name's like Patu or something like that. That fight, man, them ladies were getting down. And I'm talking about, shoot, eating shots. You know, we need that in boxing, plain and simple. Plain and simple, family. We need that. Then to have Lift Every Voice perform before you come out in Detroit, y'all don't understand. So for some of you who watch this live, they don't know how big that is. We have something called what we call the Black National Anthem. But those of us who grew up in the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, if you lived anywhere in a black city in the Midwest, you actually had to know that song if you went to school in that area. So if you from Cleveland, if you from Detroit, if you from Flint, if you from Chicago, if you from Gary, Indiana, if you from any of those black cities in Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, parts of Missouri, we had to know the Black National Anthem as kids. And it was a lot of just pride. And for that to be done on that magnitude of an event, man, our brothers got to step up. I'm sorry. Our brothers in the sport of boxing have to step up, because Clarissa Shields is setting the bar up here. I felt proud to say, man, that's my sister right there. Now, this is the only thing I didn't like, family. Clarissa Shields always shows up for the brothers. She's almost at every event, whether it's an event for Keyshawn, Shakur, even if it's tank fighting, Devin Haney, Clarissa is there. I don't think she gets the same energy. But watch this, family. She don't need it. There are more women than men in this country. And if women just put a little bit into women's boxing, they can take it over. They can take it over. Clarissa supports all the brothers in spirit and in person, but the brothers never do the same. Exactly. It's cool for Shakur to write a little tweet, but brother, you should be first in line right there with her. Let me say it again. You should be first in line right there with her, right there with our sister. Family, does anybody know the name of the commentator that did the post interview with Clarissa in the ring? What is her name? The Latino woman with the glasses. What is her name? Because Bud usually goes to her fights. Was he there last night? I didn't watch it yet. I actually did not see Bud. If he was there, I didn't see him, which is a boxing event. So usually they would, show him, but I'd have to go back because I didn't watch the prelims. I watched the 4 main events. Salute, Stormy B, man, our teacher and sensei. That's what I watched. But family, if you have not ever been to an event like that in one of our cities, you need to go and experience that. From the hotels, to the restaurants, to the barbershops, to the malls, you need to go. I'm telling you, it's nothing like it. Nobody really fighting till November. They all could have pulled up. Devin, Shakur, Bud, Wilder, etc. Say it again, Joseph Townsend. Nobody. Well, I think Devin is already training. I think Devin and I think Devin's already training. What is it? It's the end of July. Yeah, Devin's definitely training. Devin's training. I believe Brian Norman Jr. Is either headed to camp or has started. I saw him last weekend? It was either last weekend or 2 weekends ago. He was here with Clarissa Shields. Now, Brian Norman Jr. was here with Clarissa Shields when Clarissa got the key to the city in College Park. So that was, that was cool. But Joseph Townsend, you hit it on the head. All of those brothers should have been there to support Clarissa. I don't know if you all know, for those that just got here, Clarissa Shields and everyone on that card, they made history last night. They made history last night. 71% of tickets sold were bought by women. First time in boxing history, a sold-out stadium, 71% of the tickets sold were purchased by women. So family, back in the day, you all remember when Andre 3000 got on stage at the Source Awards and he said the South got something to say? Family, the ladies got something to say. And the way it's looking, I think we might need to start investing in women's boxing a little bit more than we have been, because these ladies are putting on fights and they are fighting. Think about it, family. When is the last time you seen a lackluster women's boxing match? I'll wait. I haven't. But my brother Joseph Townsend hit it on the head. Joseph Townsend said nobody is really fighting till November. They all could have pulled up. Devin, Shakur, Bud, Wilder, etc. And you know what? I'm not even going to give Devin or Brian Norman Jr. that excuse. Their asses should have been there as well. It's nothing for them to get on the plane, go to the event, and then leave. Taylor versus Serrano 3 was lackluster. Oh, you know what? I'm going to say this about that. So, to be honest, Taylor versus Serrano 1 and 2 was exciting. I believe that third one didn't need to happen. And most trilogies, when I think off the top of my head, are usually never as good as 1 or 2. Now, we have the Sensei Stormy B Man in the chat. Sensei, can you think of any trilogy fight that has ever lived up to the first or the second fight? Shadisha Green and Savannah Marshall was a great fight. Yeah, man, listen. I'm telling y'all, these ladies are getting down. Real talk, they are getting down. Bo versus Holyfield. Okay, Bo versus Holyfield. Bo versus Holyfield was Sensei. Bo versus the Thriller in Manila. Okay, so the Sensei says that Bo versus Holyfield trilogy lived up to 1 and 2. Thriller in Manila lived up to 1 and 2. Okay, so we have a few trilogy fights that the Sensei says lived up to the first and the second fight. No doubt about it. But in our day and age, I can't think of too many fights. Let me think. Any trilogy fights that lived up to the 1 and 2 in the last 15, 10 years. I don't really think so. Let me see. The Serrano versus Taylor third fight was a money grab, but it was a great event for all the ladies on the card. It was a great event. It was a great event. I believe this is what I wanted to say. The same thing I said about Serrano, I'm going to say the same about Clarissa, and I hope nobody takes it. Everyone that just got here, if you have not seen already, I am praising Clarissa Shields for the event. I'm praising her for winning a tough fight. I do think it was a little closer than the scorecards. I think that first scorecard was like 100-90. Yeah, I don't know about that, but I want to say this. Clarissa and Serrano, they need to build their game plan up a little bit more. Clarissa said it herself at the post conference. She says, I need to work on placing my shots. And I agree with her. I believe that if Clarissa would have placed some of those shots a little better than throwing that wild right, in the later rounds, she would have got her out of there. I don't remember what round it was, whether it was 7, 8, or 9. I know it was after 6. But Clarissa hit Daniels with a piece that almost made her turn her whole body around. But when Clarissa gets excited, sometimes she starts hitting the shoe shine. And for those of you that know what a shoe shine is, it's when you square your body up. And Sugar Ray used to do it a lot. The difference is when Sugar Ray would do a shoe shine, he would hit you with his knuckles. So even though they look like slaps, he was hitting them with his knuckles, right? Right? So these shots would hurt. Clarissa does the flurry. Some people call it the flurry, but it's actually a shoe shine. And the reason why it's called the shoe shine is when your toes are on the ground, your heels are doing this when you're flurrying. All right, that's why it's called the shoe shine. So if you put your hands behind your back, it's a drill that the Cubans do where they just move their heels up and down on their toes. So when it's time for them to mix it with their hands, same thing. If Clarissa works on placing those shots just a little bit better, I don't believe there's anybody that will be able to stop the champ. Number 1, Serrano. What did I tell you all about Serrano? Hold on, family. I see some chatter going on. Here we go. TD Sports Talk. The Bronx. Clarissa has shown support for so many, including the ladies. The first time I met Shields was at Sharita Metcalf's fight in NYC. She came to support her. I'm telling y'all, family, Clarissa's not even from Atlanta. She put on a free boxing camp this summer and trained about 200 kids. I was here for that. That's Clarissa, y'all. She really cares about the community. So that's even more reason that we need to get behind our sister. Joseph Townsend, I hate to say it, but Wilder versus Fury 3 lived up to the hype. Wilder knocked down Fury and a couple times, and we known the rest. Remember, right after, people wanted to see 4 immediately. Thank Joseph Townsend. Prove me wrong. Joseph Townsend proved me wrong because I could not think of a trilogy that lived up to the hype in the last 10, 15 years, and our brother brought one up. Wilder versus Fury. Even though y'all know I was hurt about our brother getting beat like that again, you know, no excuses. That fight lived up to its height. Regardless if you was for Fury or Wilder, that fight had all of us on our feet, probably either screaming at the event or screaming at the TV or screaming at the bar, wherever you watched that fight. But think about it, family. What have we seen in the heavyweight division that has lived up to that since then? Heavyweights. But let me keep giving Clarissa her props. I told you all Serrano versus Taylor 3. If they do not have a game plan for Serrano to actually start landing uppercuts because Katie Taylor literally comes forward with her chin down looking for that headbutt, then she's going to get outboxed because she's going to be too afraid to engage. And that fight, that third fight, it looked like she was just, I got to say it, y'all, I'm sorry. It looked like she was just trying to survive. But that damn Clarissa Shields, my God. My God. Then, I'm going to tell you what other fight had me excited. Man, Harrison versus Diaz. Who saw the old champ, Tony Harrison, come back, sticking and moving, gets dropped with a right hand, shakes it off, comes back, stands right there in the pocket. Y'all notice how the detractors have been so silent about the Tom and Jerry crap? Because our brothers and sisters have been fighting. They have been fighting, stepping on people. Man, that was a good event, y'all. It was only one event I didn't like. It's not even worth speaking on. If you watch the whole event, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I just want to say, in the sport of boxing, family, when you don't listen to your corner and you're sitting over there in your corner arguing with your coach, I don't care how much money you paying me, I'll stop coaching you. We will never work together again. She was trying to box the boxer. They came with a terrible game plan and added a new coach to try to box. Never do that. You never do that. You do not change a game plan. You don't change the fighter's style that they've been doing their whole life, except if they have the IQ and the athleticism to be able to do it. Let me say it again. You do not change a fighter's whole style for one fight unless they have the IQ and the athleticism to do it. There are only a few fighters that can do that. There are only a few fighters that I know could do that. Most fighters who try that method, like our family TD Sports Talk just said, they lose terribly. Not only do they lose, they usually get hurt real bad. You don't take a fighter like Wilder and change his whole style. You build on what he's already strong at. You maybe add a defensive maneuver that would probably help his style. Example, if I'm Wilder's coach, after the first Fury fight, we're not going in there trying to make him a AJ. We're not going in there trying to make Wilder an Olympic point fighter. I'm going to go to that brother and say, look, you've got the weapon. We need to add a defense where you are not taking the punishment that you're taking while you're looking to set up your 1-2, 2-1-2, bop, bop, bop. Hey, y'all, let's see how Wilder will do from the cross-arm guard. Let's see how Wilder would do from this type of defense. we would have built on his defense, not so much his offense, family. But when you take a fighter, when you take a fighter and you try to teach them how to box the boxer, and they are a fighter themselves, you know, what did Conor Ben tell Shakur? Conor Ben told Shakur, look at here, bro. First off, he said, take your damn glasses off when you talk to me. Next thing is, you might be a boxer, but I'm a fighter. And if you think you just gonna come in here and whoop my ass, you got another thing coming. Now, with that being said, I believe that Shakur will beat the brakes off of Conor Ben. but he gonna have to fight. Cause if he get in there, BSing, I'll tell y'all this, Shakur, perfect example. Love how it all comes back full circle. Shakur cannot fight Conor Ben the way he fought Zepeda. Second point, why the hell is Shakur trying to fight Conor Ben? Can somebody tell me that? Why is this happening? Man, this is a damn wasp out here, y'all. Hold on, family. Let me put my other thing on live because this phone is dying. But somebody, maybe I'm tripping. You all tell me, do you all think that boxing progresses with a Shakur versus Conor Ben fight or no? Because, if coach is wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Oh, family, look, we can go live. Check this out. We can go live from 2 phones. Okay, I'm not going to do that yet. Maybe I can. But yeah, family. So if this live goes blank, I'm also on another one from my other phone because I got about 6%. But TD Sports Talk says because he knows he can outbox Ben and get a huge payday out of it. It's kind of a cherry pick, but won't look like it because Shakur is moving up in weight. TD Sports Talk, the Bronx, talking that talk this morning. Is TD Sports Talk wrong? Is TD Sports Talk wrong? Is this not a slick cherry pick? The truth is the truth, no matter if you like it or not. Is our brother TD Sports Talk wrong? I don't think so. I believe it's right and exact. Oh man, Mac of the South, salute family, welcome in. Did you catch the fight last night? Did you see our girl Clarissa Shields putting in that work? Did you see the Black National Anthem? The Black National Anthem at an event of that magnitude. Listen, y'all. Listen, I would have been so black at that event. I would have been extra black. I could feel the energy through the TV. I'm like, man, look at our people, man. Look at this event. Sold out. Family. Cedric Traylor said, no lies detected. So it sounds like TD Sports Talk is right in exact what he's saying. Shakur versus Conor Ben, does it move it forward for us? Now, let me tell y'all what would happen. If Shakur fights Conor Ben and Conor Ben puts up just a decent fight, it will help UK boxing. It will do nothing for us. That's what I really feel about it. I feel like the UK boxing will rise up more, but I don't think it'll do anything for us. So who should Shakur be fighting right now, y'all? Clarissa is the greatest woman of all time without a shadow of a doubt. And she doesn't mind being critiqued. Family, if you go watch the post conference, she's sitting there critiquing herself already saying, you know what? I need to do better of where I place my shots because I should have got her out of there. Because when Clarissa gets excited, I'm telling you, I've been watching Clarissa since 2012. When Clarissa gets excited, she has the ability to do a proper shoe shine, but she doesn't place her shots. What do I mean, y'all? If you stand in front of me, right, and I go like this, that's a shoe shine. That's a shoe shine. The problem is, you can do all of that, right? You can do the shoe shine, but if I'm hitting you on your elbows and your shoulders doing the shoe shine, it's not gonna do anything. But go watch old tape of Sugar Ray Leonard doing his shoe shine and see the difference. When you would see Sugar Ray do the shoe shine, you would see him hit pivotal spots on the body and it would hurt a person. That's why we have to praise our style of fighting, because they want us to lose the science that we know. They don't want our fighters to bring that type of science into the ring, that type of athleticism into the ring. Shelton, LDBC or nothing reloaded. This clown named Choke No Joke went live after the Clarissa Shields fight and said that she lost the fight and had people believing that nonsense. I'm gonna talk about that in just a second. Peace to the queen, Sugar Free Mars, the queen of boxing media. She said, my comrade, infinite love to the king and the coach, Hudson. Peace to you, queen. So family, let me ask this question real quick. And if this dies, family, all you gotta do is click on my other live, because I'm gonna keep going, so it's gonna roll over. All of the brothers who ran to social media to call Usyk the greatest of our generation, arguably the greatest of all time, why are you all so silent this morning? Why are you all so silent this morning? Why are you not speaking up? Why are you not rushing to your platforms to call Clarissa Shields the greatest of all time? You all got on Twitter, you got on Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, to let the world know that this man Usyk, did you see how great he was? But then we have a sister. Now I'm gonna tell you what's about to happen to you brothers, but hold on. We have a sister that puts on an event, which 3 out of the 4 main events, spectacular. Sales out the stadium. 71% of the tickets were purchased by women. Listen to me, brothers. All of these brothers who have tried to make channels to always be traitors to our own tribe to make $1. In the next few years, they are going to try to come back among us because it's no longer going to work. Salute to our brother Drew Titan, only because I'm on the road. Salute to our brother Drew Titan, LLC. So check this out, family. Y'all don't think it's strange that Clarissa Shields, she has trained 2,000 kids in the sport of boxing for free? Let me say that again. This ain't about buying no block up. This ain't about doing something that you can get a tax write-off for charity. She herself, through her gym in Flint and through her gym in Atlanta, things that I've seen with my own eyes, has trained 2,000 kids. The actress that played Clarissa Shields comes out and does the Black National Anthem. How many of our brothers have had the Black National Anthem sung before they fought? Or are they too busy wearing another nation's flag and another nation's shorts to get the approval of people that will never like you? To get the approval of people who will always hate you until it's time for you to go against someone that they hate more, which is what they're trying to do with Norman Jr. and Devin Haney. But that's another topic. You brothers have been, these brothers, because I know they're not here unless they just watching, but I know they're not going to say anything here. You brothers have been completely silent. You were dropping video after video praising Usyk, but you have nothing to say about history that was just made last night. You have nothing to say about history that was just made last night. All right. So I'm starting to realize for there to be greatness among us, we are always going to have these detractors, these Sambo spineless dudes. It's dudes right now that are still doing panels on Victor Conte. And because people don't want to do their own research and just follow the deceptive intelligence that they're receiving, they're going along with it. But they have selective outrage. If it is true indeed that you care so much about the sport being clean, if it is true indeed that you care so much about PED users, how come these same Sambo channels have not done not one video on Eddie Reynoso and what's going on there? If you want to look into a conspiracy of cheaters, that's where you need to go. Let me say it again. If you want to look into a conspiracy of cheaters, that's where you need to go. They're talking about Balco, and VADA had nothing to do with Balco. It's like 5 different, completely different organizations. And unless you follow track, let me say this, because I gotta just go ahead and acknowledge this for a second. Because I'm so sick of these dudes. Unless you follow track and field, you didn't know nothing about no damn Victor Conte until Ryan Garcia brought his name up. Let me say it again. Unless you follow track and field, which is where the Balco incident happened, some of these dudes are so dumb, they think Balco had something to do with boxing. These idiots are so dumb, they're telling people, they're tying in Balco and Bada and Snack and WADA all in together. And let me show you how they use deceptive intelligence. These dudes know that Victor Conte, when he got caught in the Balco situation, Victor Conte is a chemist. So the organizations that wanted to be clean, let me say it, let me slow it down for y'all. The organizations that wanted to be clean. See, I am a USA boxing coach. Okay? I know why USA boxing was pulled out of the last Olympics. I know the beef between the International Fight League and all our other organizations. We know about the cheating. We know about the chemist who created the substance called Clear, which is something you would put on top of the PEDs to mask the hormone differences and changes and levels and the chemical reaction in your body. So they went and got this man, Victor Conte, as a consult. They know this. But what they do is, what I just told you is true. They know that this is true. But they'll use this deceptive intelligence by giving you a bunch of true crap and then mixing lies into it as well. Lies and hypocrisy. Because how come none of you same Sambo channels, you same COINTELPRO boxing fan channels that don't really give a damn about the sport, because you have said nothing about the PED users out of the Eddie Reynoso camp. You don't give a damn about the true sport of boxing. Clear, that's right, our brother Drew Titan. Cream and Clear. These were chemists. Now, family, guess what? Guess what I used to do in the Army? Guess what my job was? One of my many jobs. When I became a sergeant, they made me what's called a UPL. Coach Hudson, what is a UPL and what the F this got to do with boxing? I'm going to tell you why this has to do something with boxing. If I come to you randomly and I say pee in this cup, After you pee in this cup, the taping that I put on your cup, if it has a pin needle size hole in it or scratch, when it gets to the lab, it is non-void. It cannot even be tested. The person that gets it, it does not say this is Coach Hudson's pee on it. It has my social and number on it. So if you all mean to tell me, out of hundreds and thousands of different samples that get tested, that I'm able, the conspiracy is, I'm able to know your social, your numbers, and pick your sample out of all the other samples being tested. Then do it again with your second substance. And and only catch certain fighters. Come on, family. Come on, family. Look how quick, think about it, family. Look how quick they tried to say Clarissa was cheating when there was THC in her blood, which was not true.